Supreme Court again on Monday, I think. And I think people are asking which part of no did they not understand? Or why is the court process still open to them?
I suppose they want to appeal because they think there's a reasonable prospect of success, but I mean, the fact that you lose a case doesn't necessarily mean it's the end of the road. You've got to keep persevering in that regard, and in many cases that didn't look good the first time round, they'd succeed. And I mean, Zoe and Lee and Carol are proof positive, because as you say, they went before Mr. Justice Kelly, they were thrown out. They went before the Supreme Court, who threw them out unceremoniously. They then came via another route, the examiner route, and went before a judge and persuaded the judge to give examinership. They then went back before Mr. Justice Clark. He has thrown them out, it must be said, fairly unceremoniously.
On the basis of new information that they had produced and new figures.
Yes, I mean, they were getting the template as they went along, because the Supreme Court was very clear that if you don't put up in a transparent way what your case is, it can't be assessed. But Mr. Justice Clark went through the case, and somewhat embarrassingly, we found just on a very simple factual basis that the figures didn't add up.
And now they're going to the Supreme Court again.
They're going to the Supreme Court again, and while one can never predict with certainty what the outcome of the Supreme Court will be, you would say very, very easily that they have their work cut out for them. I mean, the Supreme Court is not a rehearing, it's a review of the case. All the Supreme Court has to do is to say there are findings of the judge, was there evidence to support them? It's irrelevant whether they think they might have reached a different conclusion. And the judge heard from the various experts as to what the economic outlook was.
What do you think of the process so far?
What do I think of the process?
Yeah.
The legal process?
The process as it has been used by Zoe. And just, it's cost, presumably has to do this as well.
But it's still a relativity. If it's costing million and there's a 1.2 billion or so around the outcome, a million looks quite reasonable. On the other hand, if the pot is 10,000 and you've blown $1 million on getting a determination, it's a different matter. I mean, I don't have any special insight into that, but I assume that the Zoe, Lee and Carol, is being backed by the big banks because they have a huge stake in the outcome. Because if the thing fragments before NAMA crystallises the loans, ACC are going to be in the driving seat. There's going to be a lot of property which is going to be attempted to be sold into a bad market.